well, it's not really dirt, but I'm going to call it dirt all night long. This field is entirely field turf. No clay to be found. 2 balls, no strikes as we are just underway. Here's a strike, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Braden May on the mound for the Wolfpack. You can hear the wind in our field microphone. And in Jack's microphone, for that matter.
Yeah, the wind is an issue here tonight.
And unfortunately for the offense, it's blowing straight in. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Here comes the pitch. A little low, ball 4. Down to first goes Jackson. He's on with a walk. That'll bring up Emmett Campbell for the Golden Bears. So leadoff walk for Holy Innocents. Campbell steps in. He's the second baseman for the Golden Bears. Here's the first pitch to him. Just missed for a ball. Braden set. The 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. After this batter, we'll take you around the Whitefield defense. Runner at first, nobody out, just underway. Throw to first, back easily, is Jackson. Braden's got his sign, checks first. Back to first. Back in time is the runner. Here comes the pitch. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. It's a ball. Two balls, 1 strike, the count. Here's the pitch, way high and away, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike to Emmett Campbell. Here's the pitch from May. High and away, 2 walks to start the game for Holy Innocents. That'll bring up Davis. I can't read my own handwriting again.
Davis Jabaley.
Thank you.
Yep. Number 18 out there will be pitching on the mound tonight for the Bears.
Jabley at the plate, a chance to help himself with nobody out in the top of the first. Runners on first and second base. There's a strike. 0-1. First time that Braden's been ahead in the count this game. And looking up at our monitor, you could see the camera is being
a little shaky.
It's shaking in the wind. 1-1 after the ball in the dirt. That's kind of funny. Yeah, the camera's hanging on the net. And so any foul ball that hits the net, you're in for a wild ride if you're watching at home. Here's the pitch. Runners going. Swing and a miss. Throw down to third is in time. Ryan McClellan down to Nate Jones. And that's the first out of the game. Puts a runner at second base and 1 out. on the 2-5, caught stealing. Campbell credited with a stolen base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braden May with a good pitch here has a chance to take control back of this inning. Here it comes. Breaking ball that stayed up, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The man at second is Emmett Campbell. Here's the pitch from Braden May. High, 3-2. Another full count. Third batter of the game, third 3-ball count. He walked the first 2 men he faced. Trying to turn that around here. Full count, 1 out. Runner at second. Time called at the plate by Ryan McClellan. Catcher for the Pack. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Way outside, ball 4. 3 walks to start the game for the Wolfpack. Defensively, Holy Innocents being very patient at the plate. So they were trying to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, and the umpire denied him, and I'm not really sure why. Cleanup man up for Holy Innocents. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. We're going to need to look into that, why they weren't allowed a courtesy runner at first base. If I figure anything out, I'll get back to you. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Low, 1-1. This is, I'm going to do my very best to pronounce this dude's name. It's Dylan Radziecki, maybe? If you're Dylan's parents watching from Holy Innocents, I sincerely apologize. Fouled back off the screen. So far, 3 batters in the inning, 3 walks to start the game. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Dylan Radziecki. Fakes the throw to second, nothing going on. The only out in the inning came caught stealing by Zach Jackson, trying to take third base. Ryan McClellan gunned him down. McClellan calls time. He's going to meet with Braden May. And I think I saw Braden May just say, "I can't see." The shadows are significant. There's not a ton of lights at this field, and they're all aimed pretty well straight down, creating a bunch of shadows. There's no light from the outfield that's actually shining into the infield. Pretty much all the lighting trees are just hitting specific zones. And there doesn't appear to be a ton of overlap based on the shadows. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second base. Tag at second. And that's all they're going to get. And I think, and so Coach Shaheen's going to ask for obstruction. They're going to talk about it. As of right now, it's a put out by Riley Cullen. I think that's all they're going to get, because the runner did not go out of his way. And they're going to give him the obstruction call in the double play. So that is a Riley Cullen unassisted double play because of obstruction. The rule is that you have to give the fielder a chance to field the ball. and to play the ball. And I understand the argument from Holy Innocents here that where else was the runner supposed to go? I mean, he was just running to second base. So either way, the Wolfpack get that call, and Braden May gets out of a huge jam, walking the first 3 batters. No hits in the inning, no runs. The Pack is up to hit when we come back. All right, getting ready for the bottom half of the first inning. It'll be Parker Ladd leading off. And I found out between innings the reason why Holy Innocents was denied a courtesy runner is because the pitcher for Holy Innocents, who's about to make his first pitch of the game to Parker Ladd, here it is, way outside. He is designated on the lineup card as both the pitcher and designated hitter. So he'll remain in the game once he is done on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes. Popped up, right field line, foul territory, and then comes back into fair territory thanks to the wind, but caught at first base, 1 down. So anyway, the pitcher, because he's designated on the lineup card as the DH, as far as their offensive structure is concerned, he's not a pitcher. Therefore, he does not get a courtesy runner. So there you go. That explains that, if that made any sense to you. That'll bring up Conlon Walker, batting second for the Wolfpack at the lefty batter's box. Takes a strike, 0-1. What a top half of the first inning. 3 walks. Only 1 ball put in play that turned into a double play. Here's the pitch in the dirt back toward us. Turned into a double play after the obstruction call. Wesley Calloway waiting on deck.
1-1 count for Walker.
Out of the windup. Here's Jubilee to the plate. High. Two balls, 1 strike. Inside, 3-1. No score, bottom half of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Fourth walk of the game, first one for the Wolfpack offensively. They have a runner at first, nobody out for Wesley Callaway. Moves Ryan McClellan into the on-deck circle. And the pitcher steps off. Everybody will reset. Throw to first. Back in time is Walker. Wesley Callaway still waiting the first pitch to him. Throw goes to first instead. Closer, but still safe. Here's a pitch. In there for a strike. Here comes the pitch, just missed. Similar pitch to what Braden wanted in the first inning. Here's the stretch from Javali. Throw to first, closer even still. Back in time is Colin Walker. Just a 1-1 count. Wesley Callaway. Here it comes. High and away, 2-1. Both teams very patient so far in the first inning. Two balls, one strike, one out. Here's a pitch. Fouled off to the right side, off the screen, and it's 2-2.
All right, David, still in the chair now.
Two balls, two strikes, one out. Timeout called. Now back on the rubber is Jabali. Colin Walker off first. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. This one's going to be out of play. Count remains 2-2. Ryan McClellan waiting to hit next. After that, should the inning continue, would be Taylor Craig. Here's the stretch. 2-2 pitch. Low and away, runner going. Conlon down to second base in time. Nice job by Conlon Walker. He's at second now with one out, following the stolen base. Wesley Callaway has a 3-2 count. Here's the stretch from Jabali. Pitch on the way. High, ball 4. Down to third base goes Colin Walker, as that one came after hitting the screen about, I don't know, a foot and a half from Jack's face.
It was close.
2 walks in a row. Callaway at first, Walker at third. We're going to call that a wild pitch to get him to third base on ball 4. So first and third, one out for Ryan McClellan. Here comes the first pitch to McClellan. Just outside, 1 ball. To the Wolfpack catcher, Taylor Craig, Tank, on deck. Callaway off of first, Walker off of third. Here's the pitch. That one caught the corner for a strike, 1-1. So I don't know how well you can see it on video, but this field has 2 sets of boxes, 2 sets of plates. That one's inside, and it's a dead ball as it hit the batter. So it'll be bases loaded, 1 out. No wild pitch because it did hit the batter, so Colin has to go back to third base. Bases are loaded. We'll get a runner for Ryan McClellan. Let's see who that's going to be. Is that Thomas Perdue? Can't see a jersey number quite yet.
Number 8, Peyton Robideau.
That'll be Peyton Robideau.
The freshman getting a chance to pinch run for the catcher. Bases loaded with Taylor Craig up to bat, 1 out. See if the Wolfpack can put a ball in play and get on the board first.
Yeah, still not a hit in this game. 3 walks for Holy Innocent in the first inning. 2 walks and a hit batsman so far in the bottom half of the inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. It's Robideau, courtesy runner at first. Wesley Callaway at second. Colin Walker at third.
Let's go, Tank.
So anyway, what I was saying about the 2 sets of lines, so there's 2 home plates, 2 sets of batters boxes, 2 sets of foul lines. I wonder how distracting that is for the guys playing. I mean, does the second set of lines go away? I guess it's no different than playing basketball in a multi-use court, or like the volleyball lines, or if you're playing football or lacrosse on a, on a turf field. I don't know, just curious. All right, Taylor Craig at the plate. Bases juiced. Popped up, foul territory, off the screen.
Out of play.
That was a little too close for comfort. I know Taylor would have been frustrated on a first pitch pop out in foul territory, but he gets to re-rack and do it again. 1 strike count to Taylor Craig. Wyman Shaheen waiting to hit next. Another foul ball. 0-2. Taylor in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Jabali. High, maybe a little bit outside as well, 1-2. Not a bad idea by the pitcher there. It's hard to lay off a high fastball because it always feels like it should be easy to hit, and rarely is it. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Off the outside corner. The Holy Innocents faithful wanted the call, didn't get it. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor Craig fighting back into the count. Started 0-2, now it's 2-2. It's the wind. 2-2 pitch. Off the plate, 3-2 from 0-2 to 3-2.
Full count, bases loaded for Taylor Craig.
If Jabali cannot find the strike zone here, that would walk in the first run of the game. But it's also 2 strikes. Taylor has to protect. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fouled off again, off the screen. Taylor stays alive. Wyman Shaheen on deck, Nate Jones in the hole. Working out of the windup is Jobbley. Here's the payoff. Inside, ball 4, that'll walk in a run. Still not a hit in this game for either team. The bases will remain loaded. It's a 1-0 lead for the Pack, and Wyman Shaheen at the plate. Let's see if Coach Mike Shaheen has any funny business going on here with Wyman at the plate. Wyman gets the sign from his dad at third base. And Jobbley steps off. And there's a bunt. Throw goes home out there. And that'll be all they get. I had a feeling there might be a bunt play on. Unfortunately for the Pack, it went right to the pitcher. So 1-2 put out. All the runners move up on the fielder's choice.
2 outs, bases loaded. Wolfpack lead this one 1-0 with Nate Jones up to bat.
Jones with a chance for an RBI. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. The fans from Holy Innocents getting a little more impatient with the strike zone as we move along in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's the 1 ball pitch. A little high, 2-0. I will give him this. The zone is tight, but it was tight for Braden May, too, as he issued 3 free passes in the first inning. The bottom half of the first. I'll get you caught up after the wind and the 2-0 pitch. Popped up, center field. Should be easy for Jackson out there. It is. And that'll do it for the Wolfpack in the bottom half of the first inning. So 1 run, no hits, 3 walks, and a hit batsman. We finally, after 30 minutes, are headed to the second inning. It's 1-0 Pack. All right, top half of the second, the Pack lead at 1-0, following the walk-a-thon in both the top and bottom of the first. Here's to more action. First pitch of the second inning is low, 1-0. Matt Luig's at the plate, and he's got a 1-1 count. I desperately crave a pronunciation guide for names because I am the worst in the world. 1-2. Good fastball in the outer part of the plate. Here's the pitch. Did he go? He did not. 2-2. Here's the pitch from Braden in the dirt. It's a full count. 2 leagues. Leagues? I don't know. And it's ball 4. Another walk.
4th of the night.
And 7th total in just 1+ innings. Incredible. I mean, it can't be easy to play out there. Like, the temperature's fine, but the wind
is a factor tonight.
It's brutal. I'm also a cold wimp. First pitch is up high to Paget. I don't do well when it's cold. I mean, I'd rather be too cold than too hot. But, yeah, this wind is rough. Braden's still struggling to find the strike zone, so got a visit to the mound to maybe try to get something fixed out there. Don't know if it's a mechanics thing, if something's in Braden's head a little bit, or if honestly, if it's just the dadgum wind. So a 1-ball count to Braxton Paget. That was a home plate umpire letting Mike Shaheen know that was the first mound visit of the night. 1-ball pitch on the way. Low, ball 2. Runner at first after the walk. 2-ball pitch on the way. High, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Looking to avoid another walk. He was unable to do so. 2 walks to start the second inning. 5 so far, and only 3 outs recorded for the Wolfpack. Whit McGrady up to the plate next. It's the left fielder for Holy Innocents. 2 on, nobody out. Here's the stretch from Braden May and the pitch. Off the plate again, 1 ball. Braden's just having a little trouble finding the strike zone. He's not all over the place. He's not missing by a lot. That one was in the other batter's box, but generally speaking, he's around the plate, just unable to find the target. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 walks to start this inning. That one missed as well. It's 3-0. And I'll go back to what I said from the bottom half of the first, that the strike zone is tight for both sides. And ball 4. 3 walks, 6 so far for Braden May. And how long is Mike Shaheen going to let this continue? He's going to go at least 1 more batter. So far, Braden May has faced 7 batters, and he's walked 6 of them. Bases loaded, nobody out. There's a strike, 0-1 on the outside corner. Ian Graves at the plate. 0-1 pitch, here it comes. And a balk called. Braden did not get set. working out of the stretch. Oftentimes you'll see pitchers go from the windup, for example, in which case you don't have to stop once you begin your motion. But Braden, feeling like he was in a groove, wanted to keep going. He didn't take that extra little pause, and that cost him a run. So a run is in on the balk. It's an 0-2 count to Ian Graves. We have a 1-1 game in the top half of the second inning. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third, and he got him caught in the rundown between home and third base. Cullen back to third base. He got him. Heads up play by Nate Jones to come to the plate. The runner at third inched a little too far down the line. So that was a 5-2-6 putout, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was Parker Ladd who made the tag at third base. That's a fielder's choice. And there's one down with runners at first and second, a much more advantageous position for Braden May here in the top half of the second inning as Will Holland comes to the plate, and he looks at a ball. Fly ball, left field line, and foul. That would have spelled big-time trouble for the Pack if it landed in fair territory. I'd say it was probably 2 feet to the left of that foul line.
Sounds good.
All right, 1-1 count after the long foul ball. Pick off to second base, and it goes off into center field. No runner. As the man diving back into second couldn't get up and move ahead. So no harm, no foul. And it's a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Strike two. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Ground ball through the hole. Coming around third is the runner. Throw coming in to the plate, and he is out at home. Outfield assist for Taylor Craig. Tank with the gun.
What a play. Taylor Craig able to connect with number 17, Ryan McClellan, to get the out. Second of the inning. What a marvelous throw and even better tag by Ryan.
Of a courtesy runner coming in to second base for Will Holland. It's number 20. I'm pretty sure this is backwards. I think it's J.D. Woodham, not Woodham J.D.
No, believe it's J.D. Woodham.
Okay. I'll tell you what, one of the biggest things that I've noticed early in this season for Whitefield, in a complete reversal from 2022, early in the season, the Whitefield defense really struggled with even some fundamental play. It was just a tough time. So far this year, from what I've seen, here's the pitch from May. Just missed. So far what I've seen this year, the Whitefield defense and their execution is light years ahead of what we saw a year ago. It's been very, very impressive so far. Outfield assist. We saw a guy caught stealing earlier. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And it's really been good to see as the defense came around last year, obviously. They were excellent in region play and then made a significant playoff run. But to be executing this well defensively this early is fantastic. Not sure where that one missed, but missed it did. It's 2-1.
2-1 count, 2 outs.
So Ian Graves is at third. High and in. Graves is at third. Well, and Will Holland's courtesy runner, Woodham, is at second. And this is Zach Jackson at the plate. He walked in the first inning. Just missed. Fourth walk of the inning for Braden May. Second walk for Zach Jackson in as many innings. He heads down to first, and the bases are loaded with 2 down for Emmett Campbell. Campbell walked and stole a base in the first. He's up for the second time tonight. Here's the pitch from May. It's low. 1 ball. If I recall correctly, May has been behind to every batter except for one after the first pitch. I think he's had 1 first pitch strike, if I remember correctly. Here's the 1-0. In there, 1-1. Four walks in the inning. The run that scored was on a balk with the bases loaded earlier. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and Braden May has a chance with 1 more strike to get out of this inning, having given up 4 walks with only giving up 1 run. If he can retire Emmett Campbell here. The Whitefield defense stout early in this one so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Curveball that didn't. And it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second. Good curveball there. Got him looking. Strike 3. Holy Innocents leaves the bases loaded in the second inning. 4 walks in the inning. 1 run scored. No hits still. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. And actually, there was a hit. There was a hit on the outfield assist. I take that back. 1 hit, 1 run. No errors, 3 men left. We head to the bottom half of the second inning, and it's 1-1. To the bottom half of the second inning we go. Riley Cullen leading us off. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Just missed 1-1. Bottom half of the second inning. It's a 1-1 game. Here's the wind from Jobly on the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2. Wind continues to blow mercilessly. Pitcher Braden May waiting on deck. Here's the wind and the delivery. Low, 2-2. Riley Cullen, Braden May, and then Parker Ladd here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off the screen, back towards home plate. Nice play by the catcher. Unfortunately, this isn't banana ball, so that's not an out. Of course, in banana ball, if the fans catch it, it's an out. Count remains 2-2. Pitch on the way. Popped up over the light tower and out of play. We've been at this thing for almost 50 minutes. We're only an inning and a half in. Here, timeout called at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt, and unfortunately for Riley Cullen, he kind of slipped up at the plate, so he was tagged out right there to complete the strikeout. And there's one down in the bottom half of the second. First strikeout of the game for the Pack offensively, and here's Braden May trying to help himself. Braden on the mound has had some difficulty finding the strike zone. 7 walks in just the first 2 innings. So I know as he's at the plate now, he's trying to make up for some of that. One strike count to him. Fouled off over the screen, over the street, and into the woods. I say the woods. It's a tree-y area in between here and the parking lot. 0-2 count. Nice pitch, breaking ball, strike 3. Braden May goes down looking, 2 strikeouts in a row, as Davis Jobly seems to have righted himself. We turn the lineup over. Parker Ladd, who led off the game with a pop out to the first baseman, what seems like 6 hours ago, but it was just last inning. First pitch to him is way outside. One ball pitch. Swing and a miss. Big swing from Parker. 1-1. One ball, one strike. High fastball, couldn't resist. 1-2. So I was talking about earlier, sometimes that pitch looks too good to be true and you swing right under it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Davis Jobly with a chance to strike out the side. Here's the pitch. Low and away. So after all those walks, 10 walks so far in this game combined, and just 1 run apiece. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He does strike out the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 Ks. Parker Ladd goes down. We head to the top half of the 3rd inning, and it's just 1-1. We're heading to the top half of the third inning. It's 1-1. And take you a couple innings and maybe speed this thing along, will you? Here's Jack.
Here we go, the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike one for Matt Louigs. Oh, 1 count. Braden May with the pitch. Louigs able to foul that one off. 0-2 count. Louigs steps back into the batter's box. McClellan gets the sign. They'll wind up the pitch. Strike 3. First out of the top of the third as we go to number 7, Dylan Radwaski.
Yeah, Davis Ajabali, who just struck out the side for the Wolfpack. Now he struck out himself to lead off top half of the inning.
The pitch low and in the dirt. Two 1 count. Radwaski gets set. Braden May throws a strike on the outside corner. The pitch, the windup. That one fouled right back. And we'll get set to do it all over again. 3-2 count. The payoff pitch. Inside, right down Broadway. Strike 3. 2 consecutive Ks for Braden May. Braden may have found some life here. Struggled in the early innings. You know, it is still early, the top of the third, but 2 consecutive Ks. Let's see if you can strike out the side. The pitch, the windup. High, ball 1. Louigs up to bat. Last time Louigs walked. And that is ball 2, 2-0 count. Louigs has got the better of May here so far in this count. The pitch. Fouled back. 2-1. Callaway at first. Jones at third. The pitch. Fouled. Evens the count 2-2. May was down in the count and got himself back into it. As we get set, 2-2 count, Louigs gets set, McClellan, the pitch, over the head of the shortstop Ladd, and Louigs into left field for a single as a runner is aboard for the Golden Bears as Paget is up to the plate. Two outs, runner aboard. Ball 1, outside and away. One 1-0 count for Paget's. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Able to even the count 1 apiece. Louise on first. Braden May able to fit it in there as Paget fouls that one off. 1-2 count. May pitching out of the stretch. May steps off the mound, gets set. Paget back into the batter's box. McClellan gives May the sign. Here we go. The windup, the pitch. Strike 3 to end the top of the third. Braden May gets it done. And we are headed to the top of the third. 1-1 ball game here at Crawford Field. Top of the third here, due up for the Wolfpack. Walker, Callaway, and McClellan. As in the top of the third, Walker will lead us off. Walker earlier in the innings walked and was the run that scored. It is 1 apiece here at Crawford Field as we get set for the top of the third. The pitch. Inside, down low in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Walker fouls that back. Evens the count 1 apiece. Jabale, the pitcher for the Bears, has done a good job so far tonight. Let's see if he can, let's see what he can do. The pitch. Inside, ball 2. Walker has the better of Jabale so far in the count, 2-1. Wesley Callaway on deck. The pitch, the windup. Inside. Right down, excuse me, no, strike.
Both pitchers have seemed to settle down after the walk fest to begin the game.
The pitch, Walker lines one over the net, foul, and we will do it all over again.
In the first inning and a half, 10 walks issued by both teams combined, and now both guys have really settled down.
The pitch. Fouled back. Two count for Walker as he steps back into the batter's box. Holland gives Jabale the sign. The pitch. Inside.
Nice job by Conlon, working a full count after starting behind early.
3-2, the payoff pitch. High, ball 4, as Walker will walk easily to first base. Now up for the pack, number 15, Wesley Calloway.
Calloway walked and was stranded at third back in the first inning.
The pitch. Jabalay gets the better of Calloway there, puts it in the strike zone, and Calloway not able to resist. Swings, strike 1. 0-1 count for Calloway. Runner at first. The pitch, way outside. Evens the count, 1-1. Jabalay checks the runner at first, and Walker able to get back in time and is safe.
Jabalay has a really good motion over to first base. Had a few close calls with Walker here and back in the first inning. There he goes.
Pitch, runner goes, and got him as Walker heads back to the dugout. 1 out. 2-1 count for Calloway. Calloway Jr. for this Wolfpack baseball team. Hitting in the 3-hole hitter today. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 count. 1 out. 1-1 ball game here. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to sit Calloway down. And now up for the pack, number 17, Ryan McClellan.
McClellan got hit by a pitch in the first inning. And that doesn't count towards the 10 walks.
The pitch. Inside, but strike 1. 0-1 count for McClellan, 2 outs. McClellan is able to reach. On deck is Taylor Craig. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. Evens the count, 1-1. McClellan behind the plate tonight. Catching has done a fairly good job so far tonight. The pitch.
Yeah, McClellan threw out the man at third base, and he was on the receiving end of an outfield assist from Taylor Craig. Excellent defense so far by the pack in this game.
2-1 count as McClellan steps back into the batter's box, gets set. Holland gives the sign to Jabalay. Jabalay gets set. The windup, the pitch. Right down Broadway as McClellan strikes, swings and misses.
Yeah, McClellan got a piece of it, but not enough to do any damage.
2-2 count, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the bottom of the third, as it is still 1 apiece here at Crawford Field as we are headed to the top of the 4th, where Hull Aniston gets set to hit.
So we head to the fourth inning. Got a change on the mound for the Wolfpack. It'll be Alex Greenwald coming in for Braden May. May pitched 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, but 6 walks to pair with 4 strikeouts. Both pitchers struggled early to get control of the ball. Both pitchers did get control of the ball. And that combined with some impressive Whitefield defense is why the Pack has only given up 1 run. As we turn it back over to Jack for the 4th inning.
7/8, 9-hitter as McGrady is up. The pitch way inside, ball 1. Like Mr. Tolliver said, new pitcher on the mound for the Pack, Alex Greenwald, senior, a veteran on this team. Here we go, the windup, the pitch. Low, inside and in the dirt, 2-0 count. McGrady has the better of him so far in the count. On deck for the Bears, Graves, Ian Graves, number 38. The pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3-0 count. As Greenwald able to find the strike zone, 3-1 is the count. McGrady fouls that, but 1 back, hits the net. 3-2, full count here.
Nice job by Greenwald going down 3-0, now fighting back into the count 3-2 with a payoff pitch incoming.
The windup, the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4.
Alex really wanted that call. He thought it clipped the corner. Didn't get it, and it's another walk in this baseball game as Ian Graves comes to the plate.
Graves steps into the batter's box, gets set. McCullen gives Greenwald the sign. McGrady at first. Greenwald stares McGrady down. The pitch. High and outside, ball 1. One-0 count. The wind is still a major factor here. High, ball 2. So far, Greenwald has only thrown 1 strike and has not been able to connect as another ball is thrown.
Well, he went 3-0 down to McGrady and came back and made it a 3-2 count. Let's see if he can do the same thing here with Ian Graves.
Strike. 3-1 count. The pitch. Fouled back and into the woods. 3-2 count. Full count. Greenwald able to work himself back into the count like he did with McGrady, who's at first base with a short lead. McGrady slid in there safe at first. Graves gets set. McClellan gives the sign to Greenwald. Greenwald pitching out of the stretch. The pitch. Ball 4. High and away. 2 consecutive walks for Greenwald as the number 9 hole hitter, Will Holland, comes up to bat.
So 2 times in a row, Greenwald went 3-0, then came back to 3-2 and lost them both. And Mike Shaheen is headed out to the mound as he already going to make a move. 2 batters in with Greenwald, having a conversation on the mound. Greenwald's going to stay in the game. But now with 2 men on, nobody out, and the number 9 hole hitter, Will Holland, the catcher, coming to the plate, Greenwald runs the risk of flipping the lineup with a lot of traffic on the bases. And our cameraman extraordinaire, Todd Craig, trying to find a better spot. Maybe it won't feel like an earthquake for the next hour and a half.
The pitch. Just outside, ball 1. Runners at first and second, the pitch. Strike 1, able to even the count, 1-1.
Whitefield really looking for a sharp grounder to one of their infielders and see if they can turn 2 here and flip this inning on its head.
The pitch gets away, the runners do advance.
But
runners at third and second now.
But did he commit to the bunt? That's my question. Scoreboard says 2-1. Umpire says 2-1. They're saying he didn't. I mean, my view was obstructed by the umpire, but I thought he offered at the bunt. Maybe he pulled the bat back.
A pitch. Way outside. 3-1 count.
So now it's a real mess for Greenwald and the Whitefield defense. Runners at second and third and nobody out. The number 9 hole hitter at the plate.
Zach Jackson, number 2, on deck for the Bears. The pitch. Ball's got away. And a run scores as runners advance. Runners on the corner now as the Golden Bears do take this lead 2-1. As time is called as Coach Mike Shaheen makes another appearance.
And this time he'll have to take him out. 2 visits. You gotta make a move. So who's it gonna be?
It'll be junior number 27, Thomas Figueretti, to the mound.
So Thomas Figueretti will get his warm-up pitches, and then we'll come back and tell you all about it. Thomas Figueretti is the new pitcher for the Wolfpack. Alex Greenwald faced 3 batters. He walked all 3. He's allowed 1 run so far. The 2 men on base are his responsibility as Zach Jackson comes up. And we turn it back over to Jack.
Top of the order, as Mr. Tolliver said, Zach Jackson is up. Let's see what Thomas Figueretti can do. Runners on the corner, 1 out. Bears lead this 2-1.
And defensively, you're conceding the run here if you get a ground ball. You want to turn 2, if at all possible.
Checks the runner at first. He is safe.
I'm sure if there's a sharp one to Nate Jones at third base, he'll still peek at the runner at third, but ultimately you want 2 outs as quickly as possible to get out of this mess.
The pitch. And the pitch gets away from Cullen, not able to cleanly grab it, which leads to a run scoring and the runners advancing.
Yeah, tough bounce, tough play for Riley Cullen at second base. He just could not get the handle on it, and a run scores. And did someone lose some jewelry out there?
Believe so. We will see.
Was that Thomas? Did he lose a necklace or something?
Thomas Figueretti might have lost a chain or necklace, something.
Uh-oh.
Back to the action. Runners at first, runner and second, as number 35, second baseman Emmett Campbell up to bat for the Bears. The pitch. Right down Broadway, strike 1. Time called as McClellan and Figueretti go to the mound to chat.
I think McClellan was crossed up a little bit, and they're just checking to make sure they've got their signs correct with the man at second base. The signs you give the pitcher are a little more complicated when there's someone standing right behind the pitcher. But that jewelry situation reminds me, I think it was Francisco Lindor, maybe, for the Mets, when he had this, like, very, very expensive jewelry just fall off in the middle of second base.
Checks the runner at second. He is safe.
You got umpires, members of the opposing team, everyone, like, picking up diamonds out of the infield. I wonder if anyone, like, pocketed one.
Bunt. And he is safe. The bunt was a productive play there as the bases are loaded. 1 out with Davis Jabali up to bat. Wolfpack in a little defensive trouble here, trying to get out of it, the situation as soon as possible.
Yeah, as good as the defense was earlier, a little bit of struggles here in this inning. That throw pulled Wesley Callaway off the bag.
The pitch. Low, ball 1.
Nice stop by the catcher McClellan there to save a run. Still nobody out here in the top half of the 4th inning. Bases are loaded with the Bears.
3-1 ball game as Golden Bears lead this one. The pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2-0 count, bases loaded.
Nowhere to put Jabali. Need to find the strike zone here or the 2-0 count. Don't want to go down 3-0 with the bases loaded.
Outside, ball 3. Not what Figueretti was hoping for. 3-0 count, bases loaded. Ball 4 as Jabali jogs to first and a run scores. Holanisons leads this one 4-1 as number 7, Dylan Radwaski, steps into the batter's box. Bases still loaded, no outs.
So that closes the book on Greenwald. All 3 of the batters he faced, he walked and all 3 scored. Tough night on the mound for everybody.
Another ball, 1-0 count.
It's been very difficult for pitchers to find the strike zone.
It's been walk central tonight. The pitch. And that ball gets away from Jones, able to get into the gap. Another run scores, 5-1.
And yeah, that was an RBI single, and that's not great news for the Pack. But let me tell you something: the outfield assist Taylor Craig had earlier in the game just saved a run there because the third base coach held the runner at third base because of Craig's arm and what he displayed earlier tonight.
Louigs, the third baseman, in the batter's box. The pitch. A soft dribbler. Able to get the lead runner, out. Saves a run. Crucial as the Pack are down 4 runs at the top of the 4th. Holannescence leads this one 5-1. The first out of the inning.
Yeah, on the fielder's choice, Louigs goes down to first base, and Braxton Paget becomes the 9th man to bat in this inning.
The pitch. Paget. Paget hits a soft ground ball to the shortstop. Parker Ladd not able to grab it cleanly.
Gets the man at first, though. And that's the second out of the inning, even though a run does score.
(6-1). Wolfpack down. The pitch. McGrady fouls that one off, hits the net.
McGrady walked and scored in this inning. He also walked and was stranded at second base back in the second.
The pitch. Outside. Ball 1.
As you can hear, some of the local first responders who were here at the park had to go to something a little more urgent. Prayers obviously out for whatever situation they're headed to right now.
Low, ball 2. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Runners for the Bears at second and third. McGrady gets set. Figueretti pitching out of the stretch. The windup. The pitch. As McGrady able to hit one through the hole. And 2-run scores. As it is 8-1. This game has got out of hand quickly. 2 outs though. 8-1 ball game. As Ian Graves is in the batter's box. McGrady at first. The pitch. Foul ball down the left field line. 0-1 count as he gets set to do it all over again.
And the same thing that kept Whitefield in the game early with all the walks is what bit them here in the 4th. The defense was so good early, and then some difficulties here in this inning.
Low and in the dirt. Ball 1.
And that has been the difference in the game. It's why the Bears have been able to really break this one open 8-1 in the 4th.
Outside, ball 2.
But Whitefield still gets to hit 4 more times. They're the home team here at Crawford Field. We're not at Whitefield due to the weather over the last few days, leaving the field a little soggy.
The pitch. Fouled back, hits the net. 2-2 count. McGrady at first. Graves gets set. McClellan gives Figueretti the sign. Figueretti pitching out of the stretch. Here he goes. And checks down the runner at first. He is safe. Here we go, the windup, the pitch. High, ball 3.
Time was called and a balk was called on Thomas Figueretti.
So runner will advance. McGrady at second.
Second balk of the night called against a Whitefield pitcher.
And another ball able to get through the gap. Advances runners. Runners now on the corner. The defense was electric early in the innings, but top of the fourth, they have struggled, and that has been the difference maker in this ball game. As Holanisons leads this one 8-1.
And it has not been anything crazy, but when you're walking as many players, when you're walking as many hitters, I should say, as Whitefield has been tonight, what can keep you in the game is the defense, and what could amplify those walks is the defense. And we've seen both extremes so far in this one.
Yes, sir. Little outside, ball 1. Holland in the box. Gets set. The pitch. Strike 1.
You know, the silver lining for Whitefield, if there is one, when you've given up 7 runs in an inning and, facing 12 batters so far, is that their pitcher hasn't thrown in so long that maybe he gets cooled off a little bit.
And Holland able to drive one up the middle. Another run scores. 9-1 ball game. As there's runners at first and second. And that'll bring Zach Jackson for the Bears number 2. And the Bears are at the top of the order.
Yeah, for the second time. Yeah, for the second time this inning. It's the 13th man to bat in the inning. Wolfpack needs to find a way to get off the field. 2 outs.
The pitch. Fouled off by Jackson. 0-1 count. Figueretti gets the sign. Stares down the runner at second. Jackson outside of the net, goes into the woods. Foul ball. Strike 2, and the count is 0-2. Figueretti pitching out of the stretch, staring down the runner at second. Time called as Jackson steps out of the batter's box and will reset. Jackson has reset in the batter's box as we will go again. The pitch. Just outside. 1-2 count for Jackson. Runners at first and second. 9-1 ball game here at Crawford Field. And that'll do it, folks, to end the top of the fourth. 9-1 ball game. Let's try to see if the Wolfpack bats can get rolling in the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back. And we are back as we get set to start the bottom of the fourth. Due up for the pack, number 24, Taylor Craig, number 7, Wyman Shaheen, and number 6, Nate Jones. Wolfpack struggled defensively in the top of the fourth. Let's see if they can get the bats rolling and get a couple runs. The pitch. Right down the middle in the strike zone. Strike one.
You know, the Wolfpack doesn't have a hit in this game. Jabali's pitching a no-hitter. And if you're, if you follow baseball, if you're a little superstitious, to maintain a no-hitter, you should never talk about a no-hitter. And so what we're going to do is we're going to constantly talk about the no-hitter in hopes of breaking this thing up, as Taylor Craig is up with an 0-2 count right now.
The pitch. Craig fouls that one back.
Taylor had an awesome outfield assist early in this game. I know it's 9-1, but earlier he really kept the Wolfpack in it early when it was just 1-1.
Low outside in the dirt. 1-2 count. On deck is Shaheen. Holland gives Jabali the sign. The windup, the pitch. Way inside. As that'll be a ball. Here we go, 2-2 count. The pitch. As Taylor Craig goes and misses, strike three. That is the first out in the bottom of the fourth as Wyman Shaheen gets set to hit.
A lot of credit to Davis Jabali. He had the same struggles as Braden May earlier in this game, trying to find the strike zone.
Ball one outside.
But he has really found it here in the last couple of innings. But, he's throwing a no-hitter, and we're trying to stop that right here with Wyman Shaheen.
Inside, ball one evens the count.
Yeah, in that first inning, he walked 3 and hit a batter.
Right down the middle, strike two.
But since then, he's faced 7 batters and struck out 6 of them.
The pitch. Fouled off. And we get set to do it all over again. Two count for Shaheen, 1 out. Jabali gets the sign. The pitch. High, ball 3.
Nice job by Wyman, hanging in there, working the full count.
Jabali gets set. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 to sit Shaheen down. As that is 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth for the Bears, as Nate Jones, Jr., number 6, gets set to step in. The pitch. Good eye by number 6, Nate Jones. First ball right there of the count. 1-0. Another ball, 2-0 count for Jones. If he does able to reach, Cullen will be on deck. And 3-0 count. Jones has the better of Jabali here.
think if I'm Nate Jones here, I think I'm probably taking no matter what. The strike zone is small. You know, the Wolfpack, they need a rally. Let's see if they can give one.
And that is ball 4 as Nate Jones jogs easily to first base. And that'll bring up veteran number 3 senior Riley Cullen playing second base tonight. Nate Jones at first with a short lead.
See if Riley can break up that no-hitter here. Maybe put one in a gap somewhere and let Nate Jones run around the bases.
Strike 1 for Cullen. The wind is still howling and a huge factor.
It certainly is for us.
I was not smart. Brought very few layers out here in t-shirt and shorts. And that'll do it. In the bottom of the 4th, 3 outs. 9-1 ball game as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back.
All right, to the top half of the 5th inning we go. New pitcher for the Wolfpack, Peyton Robideau. The first pitch he delivers is a ball. Pack down 9-1. It's the 1-0 pitch. Low and in, 2-0. Great job, Jack. Thanks for taking the 3rd and the 4th.
Thank you.
That was a pretty awful top of the 4th that you had, but I won't blame you too much for that. When I was calling it, it was 1-1. I just want to point that out. 3 balls, no strikes from Robideau to Emmett Campbell, second baseman for the Golden Bears. There's a strike, 3-1. Just missed ball 4, another walk issued by the Pack. You know, while we're at it, let's just get all the walks out tonight. Get them all out, get them all done, and then move on from there. Runner at first, nobody out for the pitcher, Davis Jabali. Did I mention that Jabali's throwing a no-hitter so far? But in all seriousness, after that first inning, he's been very, very impressive on the mound for the Golden Bears. 1-ball count to him. Swings and misses, 1-1. Ryan McClellan considered throwing down behind the runner at first. Elected not to, thought better of the idea. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. He does throw down this time. Back safely is the runner Campbell. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In there, strike 3 on the outside corner. Jombly goes down looking, and there's 1 down for Dylan Radoszewski. I'm so sorry, Dylan, and your family. He's the right fielder. He hit into a double play in the first. Another throw down to first. Nice scoop by Wesley Calloway at first base. That one almost went all the way down the line. But Dylan struck out in the third, singled and scored in the fourth. He hits again for the 4th time, this time in the 5th. Popped up, foul territory. Will it stay in play? No. The netting here at Crawford Field, there's another field next door, and the netting completely covers the seating area. Like it's a canopy of netting with these like funnels every, 40 feet or so, where the foul balls will eventually come down a funnel. Ground ball through the hole, the left side. Around second is the runner. He will stop there. He was running on the pitch, which took the shortstop Ladd out of position. And that's why that ball so easily got through the left side and into left field. 2 on and 1 out as Matt Luigs comes to hit. Matt walked and scored in the second. He singled and was left stranded in the third. And he reached and scored after a fielder's choice in the fourth. Hitting with 2 on and 1 out in the 5th. His Bears are up 9-1. Runner going. McClellan decides not to throw to third base. The ball was in the dirt. Would have been a tough throw, and he elected just to hold on to it. Runners at the corners now. That's still a stolen base. You might have heard Coach Shaheen calling out defensive instructions from the dugout. Ground ball down the third base line and foul. I would imagine, even though I don't know what the defensive code numbers are, but I would imagine it has something to do with how the defense is going to handle the runner from first stealing with the runner on third, and what kind of play they're going to draw up in that situation. 2-1 count. 1 out, runners at the corners. High, 3-1. May have noticed Riley Cullen coming in behind the pitcher Robideau. You all typically see that with a runner at third base. Here's the pitch. Missed again. Bases are loaded again. 1 out. That'll bring up Braxton Padgett. He is one of only 2 Golden Bears who has not scored in this game. Here's the pitch to him. In the dirt, nice stop by Ryan McClellan. The Pack looking to turn two and maybe get out of this thing unscathed. If they give up 2 runs in this inning, which we're hopeful they give up none. Here's the 1-ball pitch. Another one low. If they give up 2 runs in this inning, they'll have to score 1 in order to keep playing. Right now it's 9-1. Outside. 3 balls, no strikes with the bases loaded. And it's not as if the Golden Bears have dominated the game. It was really just the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Ground ball through the hole and into left field. Taylor Craig fumbles the ball a little bit, but the stop sign had already been put up by the third base coach. It's 10-1 on the RBI single. Coach Shaheen looks like he's going to make further changes, possibly. He started walking in towards the umpire. Now he's headed out to the mound. Let's see what he decides to do in this situation. Bases loaded. Still just 1 out. It's going to be Jake Arispe on the mound now. He'll take his warm-up tosses, and we will continue in just a few minutes. And we continue in the top half of the 5th inning. There's 1 out. The Wolfpack down 10-1. Bases are loaded. And Whit McGrady, the left fielder, comes to the plate to face Jake Arispe. Here's the first pitch from Jake. Low and away, ball 1. The Wolfpack pitchers have just really, really struggled to find the zone today, and I can't help but think that this cool air with the wind has something to do with that. Ground ball to second base, dead ball. And are they calling another balk? They are. So. Another ball called, third balk against Whitefield tonight. That grounder may have ended the inning. Instead, it's the 11th run. The Pack are down 10. This is incredible. 3 balks. 2 of those directly scored a run. So now runners are at second and third. There's a strike, 1-1. Three balks on 3 different pitchers for the Pack. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off 1-2. Home plate umpire calling for more baseballs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Pitch on the way, just off the plate. 2-2. We're in the top of the fifth. It's 11-1. If you're joining us late, this is a home game for the Pack. We're not at our typical home field at Whitefield Academy due to some weather the last few days. Fly ball, left center field. Taylor Craig on the run. He's not going to get there. It's going to go to the wall. Playing it off the wall is Taylor Craig. 2 runs are going to score. It's a 2 RBI double for Whit McGrady. And it's 13-1, Holy Innocents over the Pack. Four runs have scored here in the fifth. Still just 1 out. And now every member of the Holy Innocents lineup has scored in tonight's game. The pitch to Ian Graves is low. 1 ball. One ball, no strikes. Fouled off the screen, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. Ball gets to the screen. McClellan fields it off the padding against the screen, and the runner had already advanced to third base. That's a wild pitch. Two balls, 1 strike to Ian Graves. Jake Arispe. Ground ball to second. Throws to first. 2 outs. Run scores. And it's 14-1. That'll bring up Will Holland. With 2 outs. The catcher for Holy Innocents. First pitch is low, 1 ball. The 1-0 from Arispe. Just missed, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. 2 outs, base is clear. That one's low and away, 3-1. Tough night for the Pack, offensively and defensively.
The pitching was an issue and has been so far tonight. Just so many walks and so many, 3 balks. Wild, but the walks have really been the issue in the turnaround.
The walks and the balks. Woodham's going to come in and run for the catcher down at first base after he took his walk. And, we've been talking about the cool weather and the wind, and I just can't help but think that has been affecting the Whitefield pitchers. And I say that because it also affected the pitcher for Holy Innocents in the first inning, but he settled down and was able to really control the baseball after that. And so did Braden May. Once he got through those issues. He was throwing the ball well, but then his pitch count was too high. And, they had to – Whitefield had to make a decision to go ahead and go in a different direction. But then every pitcher that's come in has really struggled to find the zone. And it's not like these guys can't throw strikes. It's been difficult to find the zone, difficult to grip the ball, and this is what we see. It's 14-1 in the fifth inning. There's a strike, 2-1. And I know it's frustrating too when you're planning to play at home on a field that you practice on every day, and then you have to come to a neutral field. Ball's in the dirt, 3-1. You have to come to a neutral field and play a, quote, home game, 30 minutes away from your campus after a long weekend. Not making excuses. There's just a lot of, very specific nuances that have made this game particularly difficult for the Pack. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, 3-2. Whitefield has a chance to get out of this inning with no further damage. Zach Jackson at the plate, and with a full count, the runner will be going off of first. That's Woodham running for the catcher. This is the ninth man to bat in the inning. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Jake Arispe trying to put out the fire here in the fifth. Full count, 2 outs. Here's the payoff. High and away, ball 4. And for the second time in a row, Holy Innocents will bat around. And Emmett Campbell, who led off this inning with another walk, he'll hit. Actually, we'll get a pinch hitter here, number 48. That's Malcolm Tyler. Here's the first pitch, ground ball to first. Wesley Callaway boots it, throw to first base by the man backing him up. And that will end the inning. Great play by Riley Cullen backing up Wesley Callaway as the ball squirted between his legs. Both men recovered, and that'll be a 3-4-3 putout to end the inning. We head to the bottom half of the fifth. The Wolfpack need 4 runs for us to keep playing tonight. It's 14-1. The bottom half of the fifth we go. We are in mercy rule territory. It's 14-1. Golden Bears on top of the Wolfpack. If the Pack want to play 7, they've got to get 4 in this inning to continue the baseball game. Out of the game, mercifully for the Wolfpack, is Davis Jobly, who pitched 4 innings, did not give up a hit, 1 run, and he walked 4, most of those, in fact all of those, in the first inning. And after the first, he faced 3, 6, 10 batters and struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Just a dominating performance after the first inning. Up to the plate is Jake Arispe for the first time tonight. He is currently the pitcher for the Wolfpack. He's ahead in the count 1-0 against Jack Fernandez, the new pitcher for Holy Innocents. Ground ball to short. Over the first in time is the throw from Braxton Paget, and there's 1 down. To the top of the order we go. And Parker Ladd leading us. Well, he's the leadoff man, but he's hitting second here in the 5th. He popped out in the first and struck out in the second. Pack still looking for their first hit tonight. Parker takes a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. One strike count to Parker Ladd. Here's the pitch from Fernandez. 1-1. Two one. Two balls, 1 strike. Popped up in the infield. Who wants it? First baseman, second baseman. It'll be the first baseman coming across the diamond. Ian Graves with the catch. There are 2 down for Colin Walker. Two down in the 5th. First pitch to Conlon's outside for a ball. $14 to 1. The Pack down here in the 5th. They need a 2-out rally to keep the game going. Two balls, no strikes to Colin Walker. There's a strike, 2-1. Should Conlon get on base, Wesley Calloway would hit next. That one's fouled away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Inside, 3-2. Conlon scored the only run of the game for the Wolfpack. That was back in the 1st inning. Payoff pitch. Off the outside corner, and that's a base runner for the Pack. That'll bring up Wesley Calloway with 2 outs in the 5th inning, with the Pack needing to score 4 to keep the game going. So it'll take a big rally to keep things rolling. Ryan McClellan moves on deck. Here's the first pitch to Callaway. Little low, ball 1.
Ain't that perfect, man. Nothing is perfect. Put some wood on it.
1 ball, no strikes to Wesley Callaway. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Where your strength come from?
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first is Colin Walker. 2-1.
Let's go, kid.
I think the the cool breeze is influencing the fans of the Golden Bears. That ball really wasn't close to being a strike. Fly ball, right field. Back is Radazowski. He's got it, and that's the ball game with the Wolfpack going down 14-1. The mercy rule ended this game, and it's just one of those that you have to just chalk it up to just having a bad day and you move on. Next game for the Wolfpack is coming up on Wednesday away at Wheeler up in Marietta. So for Jack Cunningham, I'm Dave Tolliver. It's been a pleasure to be with you, but the Pack go down 14-1 here in Dunwoody. Now have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.